Today is the fifth session on crystallography. Before I start the number of elements of symmetry in cubic crystals, let us try to recap about symmetry elements that we discussed in the last class. So in the last class, we learned about the different types of elements of symmetry. So we learned that there are three elements of symmetry, namely plane of symmetry, axial symmetry, and the center of symmetry. And we also looked at the definitions of these three elements of symmetry, namely plane of symmetry is nothing but an imaginary plane which cuts the crystal into two halves which are exactly mirror images of each other. Then, under plane of symmetry, we learned there are two types, rectangular plane and diagonal plane of symmetry. Then, second element of symmetry is axial symmetry. We define axial symmetry as an imaginary line above which, when the crystal is rotated to 360 degrees, gives the same appearance more than once. And depending upon the number of similar appearances a crystal gives during 360 degrees rotation, we have two-fold axial symmetry, three-fold axial symmetry, four-fold axial symmetry, etc. Then we also defined about center of symmetry. So center of symmetry is nothing but a point from which a line is drawn and extended on both the sides meets the faces at equal distances. And unlike plane of symmetry and axial symmetry, which can be more than one in a given crystal, center of symmetry is always only one. So we cannot have two or more three centers of symmetry. So one should remember that with respect to center of symmetry, there will be always only one center, unlike the plane and axis, where the plane of symmetry and axial symmetry may be more than one. So with this background, today let us try to look at these number of symmetry elements present in a cubic crystal. You please try to recollect about my third session where we discussed about the crystal systems and their characteristics. So under crystal systems, I told you that simplest system is a cubic system because all the three sides are the same and all three interfacial angles are also equal, they are equal to 90 degrees. That's the most simple system of all the 7 crystal systems. So, as I said, this is an example of a cubic crystal, where all the three sides, I told the other day, the crystal parameters may be A, B, and C. A, B, and C are nothing but intercepts made by the plane of a crystal along x, y, and z axis. And alpha, beta, and gamma are the interfacial angles. So, if you recollect that, so A, B, and C for cubic crystals are equal to one another. A, B, C can be roughly correlated to length, breadth, and height. So if you consider these three sides, this is length, this is breadth, and this is height. So L is equal to B, that's breadth, and is equal to height. So I can say this is A, this is B, or C. So in a cubic crystal, all the three sides are equal, and all the three interfacial angles. This is one angle, this is one angle, and this is one angle. So all this alpha, beta, and gamma, they are equal to one another and equal to 90 degrees. I think it should be clear now. So in a cubic crystal, all the three sides, namely A, B, C, are equal to one another, and all the three angles, interfacial angles, namely alpha, beta, and gamma, are also equal to one another. So today, let us see how many planes of symmetry, how many axes symmetry are present in a cubic crystal. So when we consider plane of symmetry, under this we have rectangular planes and the diagonal plane of symmetry. Right. So in the last class we discussed what is meant by a rectangular plane of symmetry and what's meant by diagonal plane of symmetry. Today, let us look at how many rectangular planes and how many diagonal planes of symmetry are present in a cubic crystal. So, this is the model in which the rectangular planes are shown. As I said, rectangular plane is a plane along which when the crystal is cut into two pieces, we get two pieces which are rectangular. Even the plane, the cut surface would be planar with a rectangular shape. So that's the reason we call this as a rectangular planes. So there are 3 rectangular planes in a cubic crystal. As I said, this is one rectangular plane of crystal, as it's clear. This is the second rectangular plane, and this is the third rectangular plane. So look at the rectangular planes of symmetry. In a cubic crystal, there will be 3 rectangular planes of symmetry. So, and these 3 rectangular planes are shown. This is one rectangular plane, this is another rectangular plane, and this is the other rectangular plane of symmetry. Right, so there are totally 3 rectangular planes of symmetry in a cubic crystal. And second type of plane of symmetry is diagonal plane of symmetry. Look, these 2 diagonal planes of symmetry are shown in a crystal, in this crystal. So they are, why these are called diagonal planes? Because this plane is passing through the diagonal of the face of the crystal. So 2 diagonal planes are shown in this crystal and in this crystal. Similarly, you have 2 more planes here and we have 2 more planes here. Totally there will be 6 diagonal planes of symmetry. Out of 6 diagonal planes of symmetry, in this model only 2 planes are shown. So these 2 diagonal planes correspond to this pair of faces. There will be 2 more diagonal planes corresponding to these 2 type of faces, and there will be 2 more diagonal planes corresponding to this pair of faces of this cubic crystal. So totally there would be 6 diagonal planes of symmetry in a cubic crystal, and totally there will be 9 planes of symmetry. Okay, so in the cubic crystal, totally there will be 9 planes of symmetry, of which 3 are rectangular planes and 6 are diagonal planes. Now let us look at the axis of symmetry. And in cubic crystals, there will be only 3 axes of symmetry. One is 4-fold axis of symmetry, 3-fold axis of symmetry, and 2-fold axis of symmetry. This 4-fold axis of symmetry is also called as tetrad. 3-fold axis of symmetry is called as a triad, and 2-fold axis of symmetry is called as dyad. Right. So in a cubic crystal, we have 3 types of axis of symmetry, namely 4-fold, 3-fold, and 2-fold axis of symmetry. Now let us look at one by one. So what is the axis of symmetry? It's an imaginary line above which the crystal, when rotated through 60 degrees, gives the same appearance more than once. So if 4-fold axis of symmetry in a cubic crystal is the axis, as I said, it's a line passing through the center of the crystal and bisecting or meeting two opposite faces. So this is one 4-fold axis of symmetry. So when you look at this model, there is a sticker here. There is a sticker here. This is the initial position of the crystal, and this is your 4-fold axis of symmetry. Now, when about this axis, if you rotate the crystal by 90 degrees, look at the appearance. Crystal is giving same appearance. Again, I rotate it through another 90 degrees. Totally, it is rotated to 180 degrees. The appearance given by the crystal is the same. Now I rotate it by another 90 degrees. Totally, the crystal is rotated by 270 degrees now, and the appearance is again the same. And when I rotate it by another 90 degrees, that's one complete rotation is over. I am getting the earlier appearance. So we have arrived at the face having the sticker. In the sense, when I rotated this crystal about this axis, this crystal is giving same appearance 4 times. That's why it is called as fourfold axis of symmetry. And this fourfold axis of symmetry passes through the centers of the opposite faces. And this cubic crystal has got 6 faces or 3 pairs. So this is one fourfold axis symmetry. This is another fourfold axis of symmetry. Then this is another fourfold axis of symmetry. So totally there are 3 fourfold axis of symmetry. Please remember, fourfold axis of symmetry in a cubic crystal is the axis passing through the centers of a pair of opposite faces. And since there are 6 faces for a cubic crystal or 3 pairs, so totally there will be 3 fourfold axis of symmetry. So in a cubic crystal, there will be 3 fourfold axis of symmetry. Now, what is 3-fold axis of symmetry? Similar to 4-fold. 3-fold axis symmetry is an imaginary axis about which when the crystal is rotated through 360 degrees gives same appearance 3 times. That's why it's called as 3-fold axis symmetry. So, 3-fold axis of symmetry is that axis which passes through the corners of the crystal. You should remember, the plane surface of a crystal is called face, and the point at which the 3 faces meet is called corner, and the plane along which 2 faces meet is called as an edge. So, we have faces, edges, and corners. So, 3-fold axis of symmetry is that axis passing through the opposite corners of the crystal. Look, so now this is the 3-fold axis of symmetry which is passing through diagonally opposite corners of the crystal. So this is your initial phase. So sticker is here, it should be visible. So now I rotate it through 160 degrees. Right, so this is your, please observe, you have a rhombohedral face, rhombus shape, or you can remember this corner. So there is a one corner visible to you. Now I rotate it through 120 degrees. I get same appearance. Then I rotate it through another 120 degrees. I get this corner. Then I rotate to 360 degrees. I get back the original corner. So it's clear. See, this is the initial appearance. You have a sticker here and corner here. I rotate it through 120 degrees. The appearance is the same. This first appearance, another 120 degrees. Second appearance, the another 120 degrees. Corner and sticker is here. So this clearly shows about this axis. When this crystal is rotated, this crystal is giving same appearance 3 times. Hence, this is the 3-fold axis of symmetry. And when you look at this model, 3-fold axis symmetry passes through the opposite corners of the crystal, and there are 8 corners, 4 here and 4 here. So 3-fold axis of symmetry passes through opposite corners. So since there are 8 corners, there will be 4 3-fold axis of symmetry. So that is about 3-fold axis symmetry. Now let us look at 2-fold axis of symmetry. So a 2-fold axis of symmetry will pass through. The 2-fold axis of symmetry passes through opposite edges. I said edge is a line along which 2 faces meet, and corner is a point at which 3 faces meet. And your 3-fold axis of symmetry passes through opposite corners, and there will be 8 corners in the crystal. So total there will be 4 triads. And 2-fold axis of symmetry passes through opposite edges. So now look here. This is the 2-fold axis symmetry. Let me see the Sticker is visible to you. Right. So this is the initial surface where the sticker is here. Now I rotate it through 180 degrees. Appearance is the same. Then I rotate it through 360 degrees. Now the appearance of sticker is again here. Please look at this. Sticker is here. This is the initial phase towards you. I rotate it through 180 degrees. This is the appearance which is similar to the initial appearance. Now I rotate it through 360, another 180 degrees. Then again sticker is here. This is facing towards you. So this clearly indicates that along this axis, when the crystal is rotated through 360 degrees, it is giving 2 times the similar appearance. So this is twofold axis of symmetry, and twofold axis of symmetry passes through the opposite edges. And in a cubic crystal, there will be 12 edges, 4 edges here, 4 edges here, and 4 edges here. So total there are 12 edges. And therefore 6 pairs of edges are present, and there will be 6 diodes of 6 diodes are 6 twofold axes of symmetry. So totally you have 13 axes of symmetry and 9 planes of symmetry, of which 3 are rectangular and 6 are diagonal. Then, as we learned, the third one is center of symmetry. For any system, there will be only one center of symmetry. There will not be 2 or more centers of symmetry. So for any system, there will be only one center. So 9 planes of symmetry, 13 axes of symmetry, and 1 center of symmetry. So totally, the total number of elements of symmetry in the cubic crystal will be 23. And I said, this is the most simple system and most symmetric. And this is the only system containing 23 elements of symmetry. No other crystal system among 7 crystal systems has so many elements of symmetry. And as I said, it is the most symmetric and most simple system, that is cubic system, having 23 elements of symmetry. Thank you.